Supplements, do I need them? Do I not? Are they helping us? Are they hurting us? And is there a magic one that we should all be taking? I'm gonna be telling you the honest truth and sharing exactly what I do and how I decide what I need. As you can see, I've got a lot of them here. Do I take all of them? Yes. Do I take them all the time? No, absolutely not. And do I stick with just one brand? Nope. I'm gonna explain all of that to you. Let's start with the first thing I do when I wake up. So, and I actually keep these next to my bed in my night table, so they're just easy, and I just, as soon as I crack my eyes, first thing I do is I spray topical minerals on my face. I love minerals. I think we're mineral deficient, so and our skin is our biggest organ. It absorbs things quick. I do that first. Then I have a glass of water by my bed. I add some liquid chlorophyll. I want to get my body alkaline first thing in the morning, so I full dropper of the chlorophyll in my water. I drink it, first thing I do. Next thing I'm gonna do is some vitamin D. Take a few drops of vitamin D. And I prefer vitamin D with K2. It basically directs your body where the vitamin D should go. So we wanna make sure our vitamin D is with that. Most of us, especially in midlife, and especially as women, we end up being lower on vitamin D, and we need that for our mood, for our energy, for everything. And even going out in the sun and getting that real 15 to 20 minutes that I want people to get in the sun might not be enough vitamin D, so I do supplement with that. I also take urolithin A, which is for our gut health. It's like a prebiotic, but it also helps with your mitochondria. It is one of the best mitochondria supplements you can do, urolithin A. It helps your body not just increase your own mitochondria, but it helps eliminate those bad cells that we want out of our body. So that's what I do first thing in the morning, as soon as I crack my eyes open. Then, after I go for a walk and do a little bit of my morning routine, whatever that is, which varies all the time, when I have my first meal, I do a little bit of a stack. And my goal with this stack is just to get the nutrients that I'm lacking, also to help protect my heart, because I have the familia bad cholesterol and the bad pathways on that. So I've been very rigorous on what I'm taking for that. I want to get my probiotics in and help support my gut health. So what I do is I do a signature staple of mine. I do something called Microbiome Breakthrough, which helps coat my gut. I do that first thing. Then with my meals, I'll do a probiotic. I do a spore-based probiotic. I will also, for my heart, I do something called a Terasol, which helps with your arteries. I do citrus bergamot. I do resveratrol. Any brand would do for that. And then with my meal, I'm gonna do digestive enzymes, and I'm gonna do some liposomal vitamin C. We are also very low on vitamin C, a lot of us, and it is so important for us to get that in. And I like liposomal delivery wherever I can find that, because it gets in your cells fast. It's the fastest way to get it. So vitamin C is a definite important one with my breakfast in the morning. Okay, then throughout the day, as I'm eating other meals, I always add digestive enzymes. We lose our ability to have the right amount of digestive enzymes after age 35. Typically, we're declining there. Therefore, a lot of the bloating you're getting, a lot of the gas, a lot of the uncomfortableness, we're not actually breaking down our foods well. And when it comes to protein, especially because we're all trying to hit our protein goals, I want to make sure you're actually digesting and using the nutrients that you're eating. So if you're not using digestive enzymes, you might not fully be getting your protein that you need. You want to use a digestive enzyme at any one of your meals, so I'm doing that. Okay, then I get to wrapping up the day, and then I'm going to talk about kind of the add-ins in between things and what I do for hormone replacement, because I do that too. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to do my minerals, and I combine two. Currently, while I'm filming this, I use Beam Minerals, and that's Electrolyze Micro Boost. That is my favorite mineral of choice, and I've tried many minerals. And I want to just say a little disclaimer here. The reason I'm not showing a lot of brands on here is I've been very loyal to ingredients that I love, but as far as brands, I switch as I find a better one. So when I share something, if I mention a brand, I'm likely currently using it as I'm mentioning it. But as I learn about new things and new science and new things are better for me, I do switch things out a lot. The best way to always know what I'm using is to get my free supplement guide, and I'll actually link that below this video, because I do update that every 90 days and I share exactly what I'm using, the name brands, what I'm doing, even discounts if I have them. But end of the day, I do minerals again. I mix Electrolyze with Micro Boost. Micro Boost acts as a binder, and it actually clears out stuff that our body doesn't need, removes toxins, so it's important. And then I do take a magnesium, and I'm very particular about the magnesiums I take. There's all different types of magnesium. I choose to take one that helps a lot with my deep sleep. That was my big priority with magnesium. So I take that at night. And then at the end of the day, I also take a TUDCA. TUDCA also is a binder that helps eliminate bad things out of your body. We're helping to eliminate toxins. So I take a TUDCA every day. Okay, now let's talk about kind of the extras. I want to talk about what I do workout and then what I mix in between and hormones. So for my workouts, if I'm actually doing a workout, not just sitting around the house, going for a walk, but if I'm gonna go to the gym and do a workout, in my water, when I go to the gym, I'll use 5 milligrams standard dosing of creatine. I'll add a prebiotic, so not a postbiotic or a regular probiotic, but I'm adding a prebiotic, which we also need as well. Add that to my water. And then I also always will add my aminos, which helps me get my extra protein. So it helps your body better use protein too. So I'll add aminos, it's a stack, aminos, creatine, and prebiotics to my water, and I'll drink that while I'm working out. So that's my little workout stack. Now, things I do additionally, huge fan of my friend Dr. Anna Cabeca's Mighty Maca. I do this. One, because she told me to, and she's my doctor. So she told me to do this. She's a friend of mine. I trust her. It's a superfood drink. To me, it's like a little bit of an insurance policy to make sure I'm getting in all my superfoods. So I add a scoop of this. I drink it sometime throughout the day. And then the extras I do is sometimes, not every day, but some nights a week, I'll take broccoli sprout powder, actual broccoli sprout powder, and I'll take calcium D-glutarate. And let me explain why. I do believe in hormone replacement. I am currently doing hormones, and I'm also a big fan of DNA testing and understanding how our body processes our hormones. And for me, even though I am in my 50s and my estradiol is super low without hormone replacement, I am a fan of using an estradiol patch, and I use that. But because based on my DNA, my body does not really eliminate estrogen very well. And when we stop our cycle in midlife, when you're in menopause, you don't have a way for your body to clean up that extra estrogen. So if you're doing hormone replacement and you don't have the most amazing pathways to help eliminate excess estrogen, that can get dangerous. It can get stored in your fat cells. It'll get deposited in different areas of your body, and it's important to clean it out. So my choice was either not take estrogen replacement or find a way to clean it out of my body. And I do that through broccoli sprouts, which has DIM in there as an active ingredient. So it helps clear out excess estrogen, and calcium D-glutarate also does. So I make sure to take those not every day, but a few times a week because it helps clear it. Why don't I take those every day? I don't take them every day because if I did, I wouldn't feel the effects of my estradiol patch, and I'd be in a bad mood and I wouldn't be making the video for you. So I do it a few times a week there. Okay, so that was my main supplement stack. I'm gonna talk a little bit about hormones because technically these are supplements. I'm supplementing what I've lost. And by the way I look at supplements is you cannot out-supplement a bad diet. So the first rule of defense is I'm gonna eat an unprocessed natural real food diet. I'm gonna get all my nutrients in, I'm gonna get lifestyle stuff in, I'm gonna drink a lot of water, I'm gonna do all those things. Supplements are just what the word means. It's a supplement, it's in addition to. So it should be very targeted based on your unique things at your age with what you're navigating. A lot of hormones, and I don't think it's wearing a hero's cape to say I'm just gonna suffer through naturally. I think that as Dr. Anna Cabeca always says, menopause is mandatory, suffering is optional. So we're all gonna have menopause, but suffering is optional. So my thought process on hormone replacement is I want to replenish enough that I feel good. I'm not trying to replenish to levels of a 30-year-old or a lot younger. I just want to replenish so I'm not having hot flashes and I feel good. So here's what I do for my hormones. Every night I take progesterone. Mine's compounded, it's oral. It's one of the safest hormones out there. I do a compounded progesterone and I take it every night. Some doctors, maybe your doctor, will tell you to cycle it. For me, I'm not sleeping very well if I'm cycling it, so I take my progesterone every single night. That's what I do. The other one, testosterone. I do injectable. I do a very low dose. I was asking my friend who's behind the camera right now what the dose even means, and he told me it's a very low dose that I'm taking here. My dose to you does not matter. Why does it not matter? Because doses should be based on our own blood work and our own symptoms. So it doesn't matter what number I'm taking. You want to base it on what your current blood work says and what is great for you. So I do my blood every 90 days to make sure I'm on the right amount, but I do a small injectable amount twice a week with a little insulin needle. I do it at home. It's very easy. It's painless. And I do that twice a week right in my butt. The other one I do is an estradiol patch. Put it right on my stomach. Put it right on my There, I use the patch. It is transdermal estradiol is what that is. That's what I feel is great for me. There is a whole bunch of opinions and trains of thought around estrogen out there. For me, personally, based on my own research and what works for me, I like the transdermal patch because it doesn't bring you to a crazy high level. It gives you just enough to get my blood levels up some where I don't have hot flashes. I feel good. I feel like I'm in a good mood. I change the patch twice a week. Now, some things I've learned about the patch is the brand matters. It affects us each differently. So like for a while, I went to the generic patch because it's a lot less money, which I understand why we do that, but it wasn't working for me. I noticed that symptoms came back. The brand name patches seemed to work better. So I changed my patch twice a week. I monitor by testing my blood every 90 days. I check for what's missing. I do that. And then because I have those detox pathways that are not ideal, I add those broccoli sprouts and calcium D-glutarate a few times a week. So that's what Natalie does. That's what I do. It doesn't mean what you should do for everything. As always, what I suggest is you become your own health detective. You start listening to what works for your body. And then first line of defense, clean up your diet. Like literally eat unprocessed natural real food. The analogy I like to give is if we were to walk by a really dirty body of water and throw a piece of trash in that water, we're not gonna know what made the water dirty. It's like already filthy and we threw a piece of trash in there. If you walk by a perfectly clean, beautiful, pristine body of water and you throw one piece of trash in, we know exactly what's creating that eyesore. It's the same with our bodies. If we just start throwing supplements and hormones at our body without cleaning up everything else first, we're never gonna actually know what works and what doesn't. So as much as I love hormone replacement, as much as I love supplements, the first thing we need to be doing is making sure we're cleaning up our diet, that we're moving our bodies, and that we're hydrating, and that we're getting regular blood work. Like every 90 days, you should be testing, know exactly where you are, and then you start adding things one at a time. Some of the safest things that I recommend we start with, we all need a vitamin D, we all need a spore-based probiotic, we all need digested enzymes. Those are important. So start with those. If you want to know exactly what I am doing, what I'm using, I update this every 90 days. I have a free supplement guide below. It's my age optimizing guide. I share everything in there and I do update it every 90 days because I am continually researching, learning. I change things out if I find something's working better. And if I have discounts for them, I will always share them for you in that book. I'm gonna pop up some other videos for you. If you liked this one and you want more like this, check out some of these other ones that I'm gonna share with you here. And also comment below, let me know what you would like a deep dive on. Do you want me to go deeper on the hormone replacement or on a specific supplement? Talk to me, tell me what you wanna know.